Jack. When does it start on Channel 4? Next month?
That's a good point.
I think next month.
I don't know. Next month.
Let's do it again. When does it start on Channel 4?
Next month.
That's some of the worst acting I've ever seen on this show.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. When does it start on Channel 4?
Next month.
Excellent. Let's have a... Let's have a look at a clip. This is What's Up, Jack, or whatever it's called.
No, it's not all that!
Jane, tomorrow at 5:30. Not gonna happen.
Not only did they get me up at 5:30, they also made me lend them a hand.
Left-handed or right-handed?
Literally.
What is that? Is that his badge? Yeah. Hey. If you're going far enough, you get lovely.
So we've just been checking the cows to feel the calf's head.
You want to go that hole? In the top hole. The top one. Oh my God, a pig we can kill. You go back to the top of the head. Just keep going straight in. Stop it! Stop contracting! It's funny, I'm already.
You know, that is the glamour of show business right there.
That's my Rebecca Lewis moment, isn't it? I did that as well afterwards. I was like, because he was like, it was to check on the pregnancy to see whether the calf was all right. And I did it. And the guy, Will, who was the farmer, he was really sweet. I said, I cannot believe on television I've just put my hand in a cow's vagina. And he went, that weren't the vagina.
On that classy note, ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in saying thank you? What a splendid guest and continue success to you. Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Jack Whitehall, ladies and gentlemen. Stop contracting. Jack Whitehall, nice job, thank you. We're going to take a break now. Don't go away because afterwards I'll be chatting to Hugh Bonneville, so see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the show. Just before we bring our next guest out, let me share this with you. Some big entertainment news this week, and this is genuinely big entertainment news. Simon Cowell has said that the winner of this next series, the upcoming series of Britain's Got Talent, is going to be sent up into space. That's the prize, which makes a change, because normally they're just blasted into obscurity. But no, this time, into space. This could lead to the thing we all fear, a talent show space race. What if a Russian ventriloquist gets there first? And if the team go to space, at least Ant can finally meet up with his family. Just in case you're confused, that isn't a genuine photograph, OK? Before we get my next guest out, let's see him dressed properly as the Earl of Grantham in the fabulous Downton Abbey. Look at this.
You bastard. Stop this at once!
I presume you will be leaving in the morning, Sir Richard. What time should I order your car?
How smooth you are. What a model of manners and elegance. I wonder if you'll be quite so serene when the papers are full of your eldest daughter's exploits.
I shall do my best.
Oh, what on earth's the matter?
I'm leaving in the morning, Lady Grantham. I doubt we'll meet again.
Do you promise?
Will you please welcome Hugh Bonneville, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Hugh Bonneville, come in, take a seat. Great to have you here. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. Miss Piggy is quite something. She really is.
She's not... Is she kind of being forward with you?
Well, not with me, but the Arctic Monkeys are going to have to change their name, I think.
Wow. So, congratulations on the success of Downton Abbey. I'm a huge fan, I'm sure. Do we have any big Downton fans in here? Yes. So great. That is... And really, what a great success it's been, not just here, all over the world. Do people recognise you more now because of that? And do they treat you differently because you play such a kind of character of wealth and breeding and just good manners?
No, is the answer. But, I mean, I suppose they do recognise you, you know, more. And there's been an interesting difference between the first and the second series. In the first series, people would do what I call the supermarket turn, and you're probably very familiar with this, which is you're, you know, doing your shopping in the supermarket, and it's usually a couple, a gentleman and a lady, and suddenly the wife will do this to her husband, and she'll go, "Don't look round, Dennis, don't look round." And so that's the supermarket turn, and then, of course, they just do a lot of that. And, but this, recently, it's come to the zoo moment, which, in the second series, I've noticed that people have given up on the sort of any sort of, you know, being discreet about look who's over there. And I was looking in a bookshop the other day, and someone came up about 4 feet away from me, said, Janine, yeah, it's him, it is him. Yeah, it is you, isn't it? So, yeah.
Well, you know, it's such a popular series. People love it so much. That's, I guess, why they want to see you. They want to say hi. Do they ask you questions? They ask you, what are the kind of repeat offenders when you get questions asked? What do they most want to know about the series?
Really, it's a story I'd like the answer to, which is what happens next.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe been one of the reasons the show's caught on, is that you feel you're watching a period drama like a Jane Austen adaptation, but in this, no one knows what happens next.
And there's cliffhanger after cliffhanger, emotional moment and tense moments. No one knows what's going to happen at the moment. You've got, oh, what's his face? What's his name up for murder?
Mr. Bates.
Mr. Bates, I cannot say. Mr. Bates is up for murder, and, you know, and you've got the daughters run away with the chauffeur, and it's all kicking off.
I know, and
Lady Mary.
Lady Mary, possibly getting married.
Maybe.
You know. She said yes, anyway. I mean, I genuinely don't know what's going to happen.
So
next.
how soon, how long in advance of filming do you get the scripts? Because the next series you're going to start, is it this summer you're going to film it?
In a couple of weeks we start filming. We start in the middle of February.
So you must have seen some of the scripts so far.
Absolutely nothing.
What?
No. I mean, I know they've been written, but, you know, they're tweaking and fine-tuning and all that, and I've said before, it is like unwrapping a Christmas present. I really get excited each time a script, you know, plops through the letterbox, so I'm dying to know what happens.
I can't wait.
Especially if I'm still in it, I don't know.
Well, I feel they couldn't do it without you. Well, you're in the opening title sequence. Well, it's not just you, it's mainly a shot of a dog's arse, is what it starts with.
Yes.
Which is it's an odd sequence to begin a big historic drama, with a dog's backside.
Yeah, with my name on it, yeah. Yeah, I was very grateful to the producers for that, but since most of my lines seem to come out of it anyway, so...
But it must be fun to shoot, especially working with Dame Maggie Smith, who I've met very briefly, and I know she doesn't come on television shows like this, so we've never managed to go. I would love to have her on a show, but it must be slightly intimidating working with her, even though I'm sure she tries to put you at ease, but it must be something you think, it's Dame Maggie Smith.
Well, you can't help that, but, you know, really, when you think... You know, she played Desdemona to Olivier's Othello and that sort of thing. She's won 2 Oscars. And here I am sitting next to her at yet another dining scene in Downton Abbey with, you know, manky quail and that sort of thing. That's the name of the food, not an actor.
I thought that might have been one of the daughters.
We work with manky quail. But no, she is a living legend and delivers those, you know, fantastic lines that Julian's written for her and no one else.
Does she turn up wearing Uggs and a kind of a sort of tracksuit like everyone else, or is she?
Pretty much.
Oh, well.
Yep.
You know, you mentioned the dining room scenes there, and we had the 3 beautiful young ladies from Downton Abbey on the show over Christmas, and they told me that you don't hold back when it comes to a sausage.
Yeah, interestingly, the girls... you haven't probably seen the girls in public recently, but that's because I've locked them in the attic since they said that. But no,
they said that you particularly, they said, of all the actors, I'm not saying, you particularly seem to relish the banquet scenes, and that the plate after plate of sausages disappears when you're there.
Well, you see, they do make particularly good breakfast sausages.
Wow.
And I did actually manage to get about 9 takes going once, you know. Even though we got the scene on the first take, I thought, that's a really good sausage, so, you know.
You're going to get the nickname 9 Sausage Bonneville.
Oh, don't.
That's what they're going to start calling you. I would be both delighted and I would be hugely embarrassed if 9 Sausages caught on as a nickname for you.
Yeah, I think you're working on trying to make it do that.
I'll be back with 9 Sausages.